Today is day 45, day 41, 42, 43, and 44 were 0 days. 4 0 days in a row. I feel completely healed and rested. So I started off at the parking lot down there, 3 miles from the summit of Bromley, and I couldn't believe it. I saw Fresh Grounds in the parking lot. And it's funny, we drove in, I told Sing Bear, I said, he looks like Fresh Grounds. And then we drove up a little bit, and sure enough, there was his van, Leapfrog Cafe. So Fresh Grounds is a guy who's retired, and at least for a few years here, I don't know how long he's done this, he starts early down in Georgia. He sets up Trail Magic, where he feeds hikers, and it is a really nice spread. I mean, he cooks blueberry pancakes. He gave me this potato thing with red and green peppers and onions in it that he made this morning. Just makes this amazing food for hikers, and he literally does this like 9 months a year. So he starts early, he follows the early Nobos up the trail, and then he will turn and flip later on in the season and go back down south and feed the flip-floppers and southbounders, I'm pretty sure. So we sat and talked to him for half an hour. There was no one else there yet, and that was pretty interesting to see him. He's become one of those iconic parts of the trail that everyone knows. So that was cool. I was very happy about that, and I might just get to see him again. Basically, if I kind of stick to roughly 20-mile days, I'll see him again. I'm going to take more zeros than most people, though, because Seeing Bear and Sting are up here. But I still might get to see him in a few days. So right now I'm on a 5-day section, and they will pick me up in 5 days. I tentatively have a hotel stop planned in 3 days. I'm 2 hours one way from the RV. So for Seeing Bear to pick me up, that would be a 4-hour round trip, and then take me back the next morning is another one. That's 8 hours of driving. If I want to get off the trail in 3 days for a night. We just decided I'd hit this hotel up here. Oh look, I'm getting out of breath. It's getting steep. That's what you get for 4 days off. So there's Bromley there's a ski resort up here. There's a chairlift or tram or something that goes to the top. And normally in the summer, you can take that down to the bottom and eat at the restaurant and then take it back up to the trail up here. But I call it's closed today, so we won't be able to do that. And it's only 3 miles, comes a little too soon. We've had a lot of rain. Rained last night. It's going to rain today. Probably going to rain on me before I get set up tonight. It's cold. Guess we had another little cold front come through. It's been in the 40s down in Dalton. Probably right around 40 or upper 30s around here. Fresh Grounds sometimes sleeps in his van, sometimes in a hammock. And he slept in his hammock last night, and he said it got in the upper 30s. It was pretty chilly. So that's it. I'm looking at probably being kind of cold and wet, and 20-mile day today, 20-mile day tomorrow is the plan. 14-mile day into town. Heard something move in the woods. Let's see what it was. Okay, so let's see. On day 40, when I got done, I got a ride down all the way back to Bennington. I went to the local pub and grill. I sat in there for 3.5 hours. I ordered one meal, I ate it. Ordered a second meal, I ate it. And then I ordered an appetizer, the cheesy nachos, and I ate that, which was pretty big, so I call that a third meal. So basically I had 3 meals in 3.5 hours. And with all my eating and my time off, I appear to have been able to gain back about 5 or 6 pounds. That's good. The weight loss stopped. Happy about that. I shed a little bit of weight. Ever since New York, I've been hiking with a large fuel canister. I was able to get the proper size backpacker's fuel canister. I say large, it's not unreasonable. Many people do backpack with them, but I prefer to carry the smaller one. It's lighter, and it's plenty for me. So I got that swapped out because we've got plenty of trail supplies in the RV. Let's see, my food I think is reasonable. I do basically have 4.5 days worth of food, except snacks. So for breakfast and dinner, I've got those for the next 4 days. So 5 days of hiking, you don't need breakfast on day one, you don't need dinner on the last day. And then there's one little deli when I get into, and I forgot the town, sorry, I'll figure it out, and I'll have to do a resupply there, but basically all I've got to grab is snacks, so that should go okay. And it's a deli, but they sell all the hiker resupply stuff you need. Okay, this is the top of Bromley. It's a ski resort. And the guy headed down the mountain said he just left some Snickers bars up here. They've got like this little place, which in the summertime they let hikers sleep in. And get through the door. Ooh, yeah, it's cold and rainy here. This would be good. And indeed, there are Snickers bars. I'm going to grab one. It's a little cooler and windier up here. I actually had to put my fleece on before going back out. So, boy, it's a challenge getting out of here. Okay. Wow, there is the view from the top of the chairlift on Bromley. Some ugly, mean weather out there, but look at those mountains. Wow. Okay, time to go over there and find the trail. Go back down the other side of Bromley. This says the Peru Peak Wilderness, Green Mountain National Forest. Trail goes this way. This says trail don't feed the bears. Probably says that. I've about made it to the top of what I think is Peru Peak. There's obvious signs of moose up here. I'm curious, what do you do if you're in your hammock at night and a ginormous moose is crashing through the forest? I guess that's what a headlamp is for. This is Stiles Peak. It's a little, 4 miles past Bromley, and I'm just a little ways from Peru Peak. So I think I only go down maybe 50 or 100 feet and then back up just a little bit, and that'll be Peru Peak. This is another nice Vermont view. I've been coming up the mountain right there. Turned around, looked behind me. And the trail goes that way. So I'm about 1.5 miles from where I'm going to camp. That'll make for a 20-mile day. I'm finally on a piece of trail that's nice that I can walk on. So much of this trail today has been roots and rocks. Kind of like being in Pennsylvania, except the rocks are all wet and slippery. And it's got my ankles sore. I'm really ready to be done. And there's rain coming, so let's try and get the tarp set up before it rains.
Bye.